I'm telling you right now, chat, it seems like the entire universe is lining up to get this clown out of there. Right? The universe is healing, chat. The universe is healing. The universe saw what James Gunn did to Superman and was insulted. Right? Because back when this was a proper country, right? Back when the world was not great, but at least we still had good movies, right? It's still at least we still had good entertainment. Back then, this was our Superman. And it honestly makes me sad. It devastates me to think that this new generation of young men are growing up without this. Right? Like I've shared this with you already, that I made a mistake that will haunt me for the rest of my life. I took my boy to go watch James Gunn's Superman because I, like many people, wanted to give him a chance, wanted to give his Superman, his vision, a chance. I'm open-minded. And I left heartbroken. I left angry. I left upset. I left with regret that instead of sitting down my boy and exposing him to Man of Steel for the first time, which I was planning on doing, and I still will. I just think that maybe he needs to be a little bit older to appreciate the movie. I bought into the whole thing that this was going to be more kid friendly, softer, more easily to digest. When in reality, all that James Gunn did was he turned Superman into a pussy. And he said, hey, look, he's good now, right? He's bright. He's hopeful because he cries. He yells at women. He yells and cries to Lex Luthor. He gets belt to ass the entire movie. He's soft. He's pathetic. And that's why he's good. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's devastating. You know, I see this right here. I see this thick-ass costume. Like, why the hell does Superman, the Man of Steel, need a thick-ass costume like this? Right? Why the hell is he wearing the underwear? That's another thing, chat. Can we just all agree that the underwear, it's good in the comic books, but now that we've seen this, now that we've seen the vision, how can we possibly go back, chat? How can we possibly go back? Now that we've seen this, how can we go back? Well, I don't think we need to worry about that much longer because, again, it seems like the universe is self-correcting and everything is lining up, pointing in a direction that tells us that the SnyderVerse is coming back. Right? I've said this before. I believe that James Gunn, James Bum, is on his way out. And this right here, this kind of proves it a little bit. James Gunn pivots to a super family as Deadline questions his DCU future. And his super family plan, if you want to call it that, is the Peacemaker show, I guess, the Superman movie, and the Supergirl movie, and maybe a Jimmy Olsen show. Like, that's what's going to be his mini universe, his super family universe. It's no longer going to be this grand DC universe that he wouldn't shut up about. Now it's just going to be these movies. And that makes sense because the Superman movie's done, Peacemaker's done, and Supergirl, I believe, it's done. If not, it's shooting right now. Maybe it's going to finish wrapping here soon. So that just leaves this Jimmy Olsen show that I guess as a consolation prize, Warner Brothers said, fine, here you go. Have Jimmy Olsen. You can't have Batman. You can't do shit with these other superheroes. Do something with Jimmy Olsen. We'll give you a couple $100 million maybe, which is far too much, to make this garbage show that absolutely nobody's going to watch. And that's going to be the end of James Gunn's career as the captain of the ship over at DC. Because our boy is coming back. Right? And now Trump, I guess, he's in support of this. And I'm not like the biggest Trump guy. Like, I'm not a political guy, chat. I'm really not. Right? I put our Lord as the most important thing in my family's life. Like, it's not, politics is not even in the top 5, honestly. So without getting too political, I'll say that this is good. This is good that Trump apparently wants to make Batman great again, and he wants to help shape popular culture. And I'll tell you why this is good. Because without getting too political, one thing that I do appreciate about Trump is that he's an old school dude, and he knows entertainment. You can't take that away from him. He grew up in show business. He knows what works. He knows that the main objective for these movie studios, for Hollywood, is to entertain people, not to educate people. And that's what he wants. He wants to get rid of the whole woke bullshit out of entertainment. Right? That's all he talked about in his last campaign. He wants to end woke. Which, if you know anything about me, if you're not new to my channel, you know that woke culture is one of my biggest ops, up there with Disney. I hate it. I despise it. I think that it is evil, demonic. I truly do. So to me, this is good. To me, this is great. I think this is moving in the right direction. I do have my reservations with the federal government having big influence into what it is we see, because it's good right now that, Trump is in charge and maybe his tastes aligned with most of us. But what happens when it's like the other side? Well, we know what will happen because that's what's been happening. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's been happening for the past 10 years. These woke lizards have been just entrenched in our entertainment. And we got things like the new Little Mermaid movie. We got what they did with Star Wars, what they did with the MCU. That's what happened. So I'm happy that maybe we're going in the opposite direction. I think this is good. I appreciate this. And I can't wait for this clown to be out of there, man. Because again, he and I mean this, but I really don't, but I kind of do. James Gunn probably needs to go to prison for what he did to Superman. You know what I mean? Like, it should be, like, I'm all for freedom of speech. I'm kidding, of course. But yeah, man, this is just, man, this pisses me off. This picture just pisses me off, chat. This image right here pisses me off, bro. Like, where are the shoulders? Oh, man, why do I look bigger than Superman? Why do I look big? Like, I see this, and I believe Corn Sweat, he tried his best, chat. I'm not attacking him personally. I'm just saying. We had this. We will have this. He will return. He will return. We'll get him back. I think within the next couple of years, we'll see the return of Superman. That's what they need to call it. That's what Zack Snyder needs to call. Like, it shouldn't be Man of Tomorrow. It shouldn't be none of these things. It should be the return of Superman. And it needs to be that way because I believe they already have a Superman Returns. So it needs to be the return of Superman. Something like that. Anyway, chat, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.